Over 130 6-scale figures, 3 separate installments, and at long last, we give you the Collection Room Volume 4. That's right, today we're going to be giving you the updated collection room, and it's been quite a while. I've been waiting on a couple figures to finally get here, and they finally have. So at long last, we're going to break this into 3 separate parts. We're going to look at Star Wars, we're going to look at Marvel, and then we're going to look at our catch-all, or my side cabinets that I have over here. But before we do so, before we get into all that, we are this close to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone that has come along with us this far. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for engaging with these videos. So thank you so much for that. We are on a push for 2,021 subscribers, and we are officially halfway there. So let's push hard. Let's get there by the end of the year. I appreciate all the support that you've given us thus far. But as I said, if you've not done so already, like, subscribe already, get yourself on this. But without further ado, let's get into our first installment of the Collection Room Volume 4, starting with Star Wars. All right, so let's get started with Star Wars. And as I said, we are going to be breaking these up to give you guys a little bit of a breather, simply because the collection's a little bit larger than it used to be, but that's a good thing. Let's get started right here. We got the Sideshow Speeder Bike Scout, and I do have the Speeder Bike on the other side, which I'll show you. Got Indoor Princess Leia, and Wicket has actually been growing on me. I was a little bit hesitant when he first came out, but he comes with a really cool diorama base, and they look pretty good together. Moving down here, we got some Attack of the Clones figures. We have Count Dooku, the Sideshow Jango Fett, with one of the worst head sculpts ever, but I can't wait to get the new Jango Fett from Hot Toys. And then, one of the pieces I kind of regret getting, but he does look good, I suppose, in here with the rest of them, is General Grievous. He's just really light. He's full of plastic. The lightsaber hilts are kind of metal, so they are magnetic in his hand, so that's cool. Moving down here, we have the Phantom Menace Darth Maul. And I do keep his alternate head down there if you ever want to swap it out. Qui-Gon Jinn. And because the robes sometimes bleed, I like that little poncho a little bit better anyway. Moving down here, we have the DX7 Luke Skywalker. Not the best sculpt, but a good figure nonetheless. Empire Strikes Back Yoda with his levitating rocks. And I love the Force-using eyes. Got the dynamic duo of C-3PO and R2-D2. That is the Force Awakens Hot Toys version, and this is the Sideshow version because Hot Toys has not made a C-3PO. Moving over here to some of my favorite figures, we have the Rogue One shelves. We have Deluxe Jyn Erso. We got Deluxe Chirrut Imwe with a really nice display base as well. And the highly coveted K2SO. Possibly the best droid that Hot Toys has ever done. Moving down here, we have the highly desirable Shore Trooper. I know people are really excited about the variants that are going to be released. We have Ben Mendelsohn as Director Krennic, one of the best head sculpts I believe they've ever done. Have his Death Trooper to go with that. And this is the one from The Mandalorian. I don't have the Rogue One version, but I think those look fantastic. Got one more Rogue One character. We got Imperial Disguise Jyn Erso, and I really like this one. Along with Boba Fett, the Deluxe from The Empire Strikes Back, and the Patrol Trooper from Solo. Kind of a mismatch shelf of just everything, but they all look pretty good. Moving down here, we have a bust of the Beskar Mandalorian from Gentle Giant, and 2 more troopers from the Mandalorian. We have the Incinerator Trooper. I think the red really does pop on the shelf. I actually put him on the Mando base. as well as the Remnant Stormtrooper. That went in and out of stock quick and is highly coveted amongst our collector friends. Moving over here, got some more awesome figures, starting with Grand Moff Tarkin, Peter Cushing. He looks incredible. This is part of the Vader Tarkin 2-pack. This, in my opinion, is the best Darth Vader to date so far. He looks incredible. And then just your run-of-the-mill Stormtrooper grunt to fill out that Imperial wall. Moving down here, we have Emperor Palpatine, the deluxe version with the throne. We have his Royal Guard, and they look really good together as well. Down here, we have Solo Darth Maul. He gets the shelf all to himself for now. Very cool release. This one actually really did grow on me. You can see the head sculpt is really, really good. I love that alternate lightsaber hilt he has, and he looks good. Now, I moved these down here simply because not the biggest fan of the sequel trilogy, but we do have The Last Jedi Kylo Ren. We have Resistance Rey. The Force Awakens Rey from Jakku. And I've said before, this is the Sphero BB-8. Matches perfectly for a 6-scale figure. And then Old Man Luke Skywalker. Still a really good sculpt, very, very good likeness. But there is my sequel trilogy shelf. Will not be picking up any other pieces from the sequel trilogy. Now, here's another incredible shelf that I like a lot. We have the Mandalorian himself. They call him Durasteel Mando, I suppose. We have Heavy Mandalorian back here. And this, honestly, is one of my top figures in my collection. He looks so good. His physical presence is incredible. And he just looks so good next to the rest of everybody. And one of my latest pickups, do not sleep on this figure, IG-11. This dude is incredible. He does not fit on his base because he's big. But man, do they look good. They look really good. And then there's little Grogu from Deluxe. And speaking of Deluxe, here is your Deluxe Beskar Mandalorian. And spoiler alert, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker with the other Grogu. I think they look really, really good together as well. Not bad. Now here are some pretty cool impulse buys that I got, but I really do like them. This is the Snowtrooper 2-pack, and I think they look pretty dang good. And this is a Black Series Probe Droid, but it just fits the shelf so well, and I think they look pretty good as well. Moving down here, we have life-size The Child. This is the Sideshow version. I do think it is the superior one to Hot Toys, mainly because I'm not going to do anything with him, and I think this likeness is a lot better. Yes, he's not articulated, but the likeness is stunning. Moving over here to, I've said it multiple times, this is my favorite figure. This is also my favorite character. Darkside Anakin Skywalker. This is the second Hot Toy I've ever got. It was the first Star Wars Hot Toy I ever got. And I only got him for, I think, $180 on eBay. Crazy, right? We have Deluxe Obi-Wan Kenobi. And they look good there. We got Deadpool sitting on the Mustafar droid. Great shelf presence on all those guys. Down here we have the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader with that killer display base. And then the other piece of the 2-pack, the DX-07, the battle damaged Luke Skywalker. This head sculpt's a little bit better than the other one, But this one looks great. He does come with his severed hand and a pretty nice little base. Moving down here, we have the Solos. Got Han and all of his swag. I know a lot of people want a new Han Solo, just because he's hard to get. Chewbacca. And of course, Princess Leia, who has really shot up on the secondary market. A New Hope Princess Leia. They look great. And speaking of Leia, we have Hoth Princess Leia. I think she looks awesome on that little snow base. And then Cloud City Leia. If they ever do want to release a Bespin Han Solo, this will look awesome next to it. Very good. Moving over to the final Star Wars DTOF over here, we have Anakin Skywalker, the light side version. We have Yoda from Attack of the Clones, Commander Cody. Can't wait for Rex to get here eventually. That shelf looks great. Down here we have old Ben Kenobi, as well as Luke Skywalker from A New Hope. Comes with the blast shield and his little training droid. And this is actually the rifle that Luke comes with. He comes with a poncho and like little hat from that one deleted scene. But overall pretty good. Now, finishing up this DTOF is something I've recently got into. I started getting into the 3-0 Game of Thrones line. And the new ones that have been coming out are pretty darn good. We got the Night King. We got the White Walker. This is the deluxe one that comes with the alternate clothes, but I like that outfit better. We have Bran the Broken. Comes with those warging head sculpt. And then down here we have Daenerys from when she liberates the people. We have Tyrion. I love that head sculpt on Peter Dinklage there. Got Cersei. And then Jon Snow from season 7, I think, or 8. But I do have the limited edition version of the season 5 Daenerys coming whenever it gets here. And then Baby Drogon. So, that's going to do it for Star Wars with a little bit of Game of Thrones. Let's take a quick breather and get into Marvel. Well, taking a quick break here, as I said, we just finished up with Star Wars. I want you to let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite Star Wars figure that we've seen so far that is in the collection? Which one do you like the most, as well as which one do you like the least? I've already told you that General Grievous is the one I like the least, but let me know down below what you think of the Star Wars. All right, switching gears, we have switched over to the Marvel collection. And right now, these are some of my favorite figures in the entire collection. And there's a few other little bonus goodies in there that we'll tell you about. But we'll work this way, starting with the Guardians of the Galaxy. One of my favorite figures, Yondu, with one of the best head sculpts of all time. And I knocked over Rocket here. Let's go ahead and show you him while we're at it. But he's pretty cool. In-game Rocket. We have the Deluxe Star-Lord from Volume 2. I personally think that one's better than the Infinity War version. And he did knock over Baby Groot, but we'll fix him later. Coming down here, we got Gamora from Volume 2. Really, really like that. Got Nebula. And I'm not even going to make the stupid Drax joke because everyone already makes it. But there's Drax. Very happy to finally have him. I wish he was a little bit bulkier. Yep. But tell me that doesn't look great. Oh wait, there's more. We have Adult Groot. I love that snarling head sculpt. Love it. We have the original Rocket from Episode 1 or Volume 1. And then Stan the Man from his Guardians of the Galaxy cameo. Very, very cool. Down here, if you remember, this is the first hot toy I ever got was Deadpool. Got it from Rick's Comic City, and that started all of this. We have a figure I didn't think I really was going to like, but this is incredible. This is Venompool from Contest of Champions. He's huge, as you can see. He does come with 2 separate head sculpts, this snarling one, as well as the open mouth with the tongue. I have the special edition. That's a really good one. Back here is Toys Era, the Mechanical, also known as Cable. And I am going to be offloading this one to make room for the Hot Toys version, so if you want this one, let me know. Let's make a deal. Get it into a good home. So, very happy to have completed the Guardians line. That was a big one for me. Very happy to do that. Moving over here, we have a little bit of love for Age of Ultron with Ultron himself, Ultron Prime. He's kind of light. He's not die-cast at all, but I understand him being that big. Makes it a little bit difficult to be a big die-cast figure, but he's cool. We have the Mark 43 from Age of Ultron with the Mark 1 blown-up droid there. I think this has the Tony Stark head underneath it. Nope. It must be on another figure. But the Mark 43 is awesome. Baby Groot, life-size. Moving down here, we have the Age of Ultron Captain America with that magnetic shield that I love. We have Civil War Black Panther. And I do have a third-party head sculpt for that, but right now I'm going with the head sculpt, or I'm sorry, the mask look. We have my first die-cast figure I ever got, the Iron Man Mark IV from Iron Man 2. Moving down here, we have Thanos from Infinity War. Really, really like that figure. Can't believe he's actually still in stock. But I guess maybe people don't have that much room to display a giant figure. We have the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. version of Ghost Rider. And this figure's sick. I really like it. It really grew on me. I realized I needed to have it. And I went and got it. So, very, very cool. Johnny Blaze. So that's that shelf there. Moving over to some Thor figures. Let's shut this door again before everything falls open. We have another contender for best head sculpt ever, Cate Blanchett's Hela. We have Loki from Ragnarok. And then Thor from Infinity War, but he has both Stormbreaker as well as Mjolnir, and he's got the lightning effects, and I went ahead and put the eye patch back on because I kind of like it that way. So there's all the Odin family. Moving down here, we have the Age of Ultron exclusive version of Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff. I remember she wore this outfit at the very end of Age of Ultron. We have Vision. And her brother, Quicksilver. Go ahead and add your Ralph Boner jokes if you want, if you've seen WandaVision. But I love Evan Peters. I'm sorry. Love Aaron Taylor Johnson as Quicksilver. Wish we could have seen more of that. And maybe we will. Moving down here, we have the Johnny Depp and Pirates of the Caribbean shelf. We have Tonto from The Lone Ranger. I got this figure for $80, and I mean, just look at this head sculpt. I mean, it's crazy. Very, very cool. We got the Stranger Tides version of Jack Sparrow. And then this is Davy Jones. This is the knockoff because I'm not paying $800 for the Hot Toys version. I know some people really don't like the idea of knockoffs, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Moving down here, we have Queen of the Dark Spider is what she's called. You can call her Spider Gwenum, maybe. We have the 2099 Spider-Man. We have Scarlet Spider back there. Possibly my favorite Spider-Man. We have the Eddie Brock turning into the symbiote. I think this is Toy Origin, or maybe it's Toys Era. But another third-party figure, which is really good. And then I got this for another unbelievable steal. We have Jamie Foxx's Electro. I mean, really, really good head sculpt. I mean, crappy movie, but rumor has it he's going to be making an appearance in Spider-Man 3, so I wanted to go ahead and snag that. And I got him for cheaper than Tonto. Alright, back to the real Spider-Man. We have the upgraded suit from Far From Home. We have the homemade suit with that little drone. And this is the Far From Home version. Have that comic from my dad back there. Then the stealth suit with this incredible Tom Holland head sculpt. Look at that. With the Edith glasses. Sick. Another most recent purchase, or most recent it coming in, finally, Endgame Captain America. Now this was the figure I was waiting for to finally do the collection video, and he finally got here. Thank you to Pop Collectibles for getting that to me, as well as the Mark 85. Such a good figure. And the controversial head sculpt. But I think it looks like Robert Downey Jr. Sound off in the comments below if you think it doesn't. We have the Mark 47 head on this nanosuit body. It's just a little kit bash, because I love that nanosuit from Infinity War. We do have the Mark 7. And we have Pepper to round out the Starks down here. This is the one from Iron Man 3. She looks pretty darn good. Moving down here, we have Bucky Barnes, another contender for Best Head Sculpt. The White Wolf. We have Steve Rogers from Infinity War, Captain America, and those look really good too. I like it. Moving over here, we have Endgame Thanos. Got that art that my sister-in-law made for me back there. Pretty cool. But look how big this dude is. He had to get his own display area, because he's a beast. But love this figure. Love it. Down here is the rest of my Ragnarok wave. We have Barbara Stan Lee from Ragnarok. I'll show you my final Ragnarok pieces in our next portion. We have Road-Worn Thor, and then Doctor Strange from Infinity War, but I put him back there because he's in Thor. So it works together. Those look awesome. Down here, we have Clint Barton, Hawkeye, Natasha's Black Widow, which I think is probably the best Scarlet head sculpt we've gotten. I like the sculpted hair. I'm a fan of that. And Colonel Rhodes, War Machine, in the Mark 6 outfit, I believe, from Endgame. But they look awesome. Last Marvel DTOF. And we'll jump in here with the video game Scarlet Spider. I'm sorry, the Iron Spider from the Spider-Man video game. Got the Mark 47. So I think they look pretty good together. Here we have the Winter Soldier. And I know some people are real skeptical of this figure, thinking it's going to break and fall apart. I've not had any peeling, nothing. And if you have any tips or maintenance questions, I do have a special video about that as well. Make sure to take a look at that. We have Civilian Steve Rogers, and then Stealth Suit Captain America from the Winter Soldier. And if you didn't know, This is the Chris Evans head sculpt from Endgame Captain America, and I thought it looked so darn good that we had to put it on this, because this reminds me of the scene in Endgame when they go to Thanos' farm, and yes, he's got his Peggy locket. So, I think they look great. Looks great. Moving down here, we have Maria Hill. Looks awesome. And we have pre-Captain America, Falcon, Sam Wilson. I know he kind of looks scared in this picture, but overall it's a pretty good figure. I like it. And lastly, we have Winter Soldier Nick Fury. Got his nice little cast going there. And I've said before, I love this jacket is not pleather, so you don't have to worry about it flaking. Very nice jacket. We have Hulk from Avengers. And then we have Avengers Captain America, the 2012 version. And this is the head sculpt from Age of Ultron I put on there, because the original one was kind of weak. So, that's going to do it for Marvel. Let's take another quick break, and we'll run over to the final DTOFs. All right, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking with me for 2 solid segments looking at the Marvel and looking at the Star Wars figures that we have. Now it's time to bring it on home. Let's look at the final installment. All right, let's bring it home. As I said, here is the Sideshow speeder bike that is scoutless at the moment, but it still looks pretty good. I do have the Mandalorian speeder bike coming soon. Wanted to show you the rest of the Ragnarok line with the big ones. We have Gladiator Thor, which I personally think this is the best Chris Hemsworth head sculpt that we've gotten. Looks awesome. Gladiator Thor, and if you want to talk about shelf presence, I mean, look at these two. I mean, they look awesome. Awesome. You can put that helmet on if you want. And then I finally needed to get this bad boy in a DTOF, and I did. The Hulkbuster. Because it needs to be lit, it needs to be displayed properly. And this thing is wild. Even down to the little Iron Man mini bust inside there. And this is by far the most expensive purchase I'd ever made. I take that back. Single purchase I've ever made. But that's a beast. Now, this last DTOF is the catch-all as we continue to build out some different lines in the collection. I've told it before that Breaking Bad is my favorite show, so you might as well have them represented. We have Jesse Pinkman, Saul Goodman, and Walter White from 3-0. These all look really good. I like them. Down here, we have a kit bash of Joaquin's Phoenix the Joker, this custom display piece. I actually don't know who makes this head. And I got this kit bash together from eBay, so I don't really know all the different pieces. I may put that in the description. But this is by far the best Joker, I think, on the third-party markets. We have Two-Face from The Dark Knight. We also have Jim Gordon from The Dark Knight, and that's a great head sculpt too. And his SWAT gear. And if you can't tell, we are building out our DC collection. I'm looking for the Dark Knight Joker, as well as the Dark Knight Batman. We do have Nightmare Batman from Batman vs. Superman. Incredible figure, and I know some people are very happy that that's getting a re-release. We got Batman Beyond from Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight video game series, as well as Arkham Knight himself. Now, it does come with all the Red Hood attachments. I have not decided if I want to keep it as the Arkham Knight or put him in the Red Hood outfit. I do have Deathstroke on the way. He's actually going to be here this week, but I wanted to get this video out. Been long enough, but Deathstroke will be going in there. And then here is the Justice League. And this is what started the black hole for my DC figures. I was able to get all of these from a friend, a coworker. They were moving out of their collection, and I took advantage of it. Henry Cavill. That Flash figure after Snyder's Justice League went through the roof. I think it's come down a little bit now, and then Aquaman. But very cool to have the entire Justice League. More DC figures are on the way. But there we have it. I'm glad you made it all the way this far. Let's wrap up with the last few closing comments. Well, that's it. We did it. We made it through 130 plus figures. Thank you so much for sticking with me all this time. As I've said before, if you've not done so already, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, share this video, because we are on that quest for 2021 subscribers. Let me know down in the comments below of all the figures. We talked about Star Wars. Let me know of all the figures, which one was your favorite, and then which one do you like the least. That's going to do it for us here. We will be seeing you in our next video.